So once we've established a burr on one side, then we're going to flip over to the opposite side. So now there's a couple ways that you can hold the knife when you're working on the back side of the blade. Some people are going to recommend switching hands, and that is totally a great way to sharpen a blade. You're going to get a really consistent angle if you can practice that and get comfortable working with your non-dominant hand. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and just stick with my dominant hand. I find it very comfortable, and I still find I can get good results with it, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate here. To do that, I'm going to just switch the position of my thumb and my forefinger. I'm going to put my forefinger at the heel of the blade and my thumb on the spine of the blade. And this time I'm going to place my fingers there, and I'm going to wrap my fingers around the handle and choke it up nicely into my hand there. I'm going to lock my wrist and just be working on the elbow. And to start out, rather than working from the bottom and pushing away, I'm going to be working from the top and pulling down. This will allow me to get a really even and consistent sharpen. I'm going to start perpendicular to the stone rather than at a 45-degree angle, so that I can be sure I'm making contact fully with the heel of the blade. If I started at an angle, I would be choking up too close, and it'd be hard to make sure that I was making contact there with the heel. I'm going to start at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to put my non-dominant hand really close to my dominant fingers. I'm going to put pretty firm pressure here. Make sure that I have that proper bevel angle, and begin sharpening by pulling straight backwards. I'm only putting pressure in one direction here. I'm putting pressure as I'm pulling down and as the edge is facing away from the stone. About 5 or 10 strokes in each section as I work down the blade again. As I pull the knife out from the stone, I'm going to start to angle the knife to the stone, trying to keep that bevel angle really consistent. Now this is going to feel pretty uncomfortable when you're starting out, so try with both methods. You can either keep it in your dominant hand or switch hands, whichever feels more comfortable for you and allows you to hold that angle more consistently. As I'm going up to the tip here, I'm raising the handle again so that I can account for the curve of the blade. It's really important when you're sharpening a knife to make sure that you're making contact all the way from the tip of the blade towards the heel. If you miss either of those 2 points, you're going to start to get a backwards curve in the edge, and that's going to make it so that your blade isn't making contact with the cutting board as you're chopping. I'm going to be working here until I feel that burr form, and then we're going to flip back over to the other side and just working with less pressure in the same motion that we were before. We're going to begin to remove and refine the burr.